Coming up next, every dog has its day.
And today is that day for one local firehouse pet. We'll tell you about the final day on the job for a dog with a long career helping firefighters. A special retirement ceremony was held today for a Nevada search and rescue dog. But Sydney the dog begins a new adventure with her heroic new family. Our Christian Boris has more on this story, new at 6.
A new member of the family is always exciting for young children. It's a bonus when that new member can save your life.
She was barking really loud, and then she found me.
Meet Sydney, the newest retiree from Nevada Task Force Search and Rescue Team 1. Her co-workers are sad to see her go.
She's been around my kids and myself, and she's been part of our family for the last 2 years.
Sydney is now the new companion to Iraq veteran Sergeant Derek Duplessis.
Yeah, first time I've physically seen her. I've seen pictures of her, and the pictures didn't do justice.
Duplessis retired from the Army after sustaining serious injuries in a suicide bombing in 2006. Although Derek and Sydney have only just met today, they already share a common bond in the service of our country. In addition to local search and rescue operations, Sydney was on the front lines of the aftermath of Hurricanes Gustav and Ike. Derek and Sydney begin a new mission together when they return to Tucson.
I was looking for an official type service dog that would, help me with some everyday activities. Some things I can't do so well, like my arm and my leg, and I need a companion that can walk with me.
Christian Boris, Channel 13 Action News.
I think Sydney will fit the bill just fine. Derek was set up to adopt Sydney through the Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation, which supports sportsmanship and the outdoors.
This is Fox 5 News at 10, local Las Vegas.
Two heroes were brought together in Las Vegas today.
And it's how these two came together that's really making their new bond so special. Fox 5's Matt DeLucia is joining us in the studio with their story, and I've been warned to grab some Kleenex, right?
Absolutely, Olivia. Yeah, one of these worked in soldiers, one was a soldier and the other worked in rescue. They come from two completely different walks of life and two different species for that matter.
Meet Sydney. She's a 7-year-old yellow lab with a nose for saving lives.
What she lives for is to find live humans that are buried in rubble. Good girl.
For 2 years, Justin Evans was Sydney's handler.
We've come a long way in the last 2 years. She's trained me a lot, and hopefully I've done some good for her.
Can we get Sydney up here now?
But today, it's time for Sydney to move on.
It really is bittersweet. I'm sad to see her go.
Sydney's stamina isn't what it used to be, and so as she heads into retirement, she's heading to a new home with another man who served his country.
Take the reins.
Quite overwhelming.
Derek Duplessis served in the Army until he was seriously wounded by a suicide bomber in Iraq.
One thing Army taught us is adapt and overcome, and that's what I've done.
And Sydney can now enjoy the finer things in a dog's life.
She served her country being a search and rescue dog, and I served mine being a soldier. And I think the biggest bond is that we're both medically retired. She's moving on with a new chapter of her life like I am.
And now they can both enjoy their retirement together.
I just hope I can live up to their expectation and help Sydney with her remaining days, and she can hang out with me.
Now, Sydney is now heading back with Derek and his family to their home in Tucson, Arizona. It's a long 6.5-hour drive, so it'll be plenty of time for these folks to get their bonding together.
Well, it looks like it was an easy match from the kiss on the mouth we saw there.
Absolutely. This dog took to this guy very well.
That's a good sign
right
already.
Away.
Thanks, Matt. And Sydney was part of Nevada Task Force 1, one of 28 urban search and rescue teams across the country.